Hey guys, it's John. Growing your small business and increasing profits in the online world isn't easy. Between defining your target audience, promoting your services and getting the word out, it's easy to understand why people get overwhelmed. So today, we're going to cover the best way to build out a small business marketing strategy that will be effective, affordable, and increase your profits. So let's get into it. Before we get started, if you're interested in the best ways to grow your business, then please subscribe to this channel. That way, you'll get notified whenever I post a new video. And if you enjoy this one, smash the like button to help spread the word. Every business wants to get its name out there, but when you're a small business with a small budget, it's hard to come up with ideas while balancing the marketing expenses against the expenses of actually doing business. And with advertising costing as much as it does, it's no wonder that so many small businesses struggle to get noticed. The steps I'm going to cover will help you create a marketing strategy that increases brand awareness and develops a pipeline of qualified leads that will turn into sales. With the right tactics in place, you can scale your small business to earn more customers in your local area and much more profit. Step 1 is SEO. Beyond developing an impressive website, search engine optimization is probably the most impactful marketing strategy for a small business. SEO is the process of optimizing your website and its content for both the search engines and your visitors. Often, the higher you rank on Google, the more likely you are to drive traffic and visitors to your website. With over 35% of all traffic coming from local sources, customers searching for services that you offer will be more likely to find your business in the search engine results. Now, SEO can be very technical, and there are lots of experts and agencies that can do all this for you, but the chances are you're not ready for that just yet. So here's 5 things you can do yourself to make a start. Number 1, create a Google My Business account. Google My Business is where you can add a directory listing direct into Google. You can tell them all about your business, when you're open, the services you offer, and even your contact details. If you take the time to complete this properly, then when people are searching for you, Google will show you predominantly on the right-hand side of the search results. Number 2 is requesting reviews from your customers. With a Google My Business listing, you'll be able to request that your customers leave you reviews directly on Google. This is a great way to leverage some word of mouth or personal recommendation to help increase the chances of somebody finding you and then getting in touch. Number 3 is optimizing your website. No matter how small your website is, it's important to ensure that your pages are as optimized as possible. Now, there are lots of technical things you could be doing, but to keep it simple, at least make sure that your content answers the most common questions people might have about the product or service that you offer. Not only will that help you think of what to write, but it will be super relevant to the visitor, and in turn the search engines will love it. Also, make sure you include some images, but ideally not those cheesy stock images. Number 4 is regular content. You'll want to be adding blog posts to your website on a monthly basis, and they need to be relevant to the services you provide. If you're servicing a local area, then it also makes sense that that content is relevant to the location as much as possible. Coming up with ideas to write can be tough, especially if you're not that way inclined. A good source of inspiration is to look at similar small businesses, but in other areas. However, it's really important that you don't just copy them. You'll want your content to be as unique as possible. Number 5 is using location pages. Make sure that you have a page of your website for each of the locations you cover. If you cover 2 towns or cities, then have 2 pages. On these pages, you can talk about how often you're in the area, what services you offer, or perhaps even some recent work you've carried out there. Location pages are a great way to show the visitor that you do actually work in their area and you're not just saying it. Second on the list of things you should be doing is PPC. Pay-per-click or PPC advertising allows small businesses to display ads when people search for certain keywords in a search engine. While it can lead to an expensive bidding war if you're not careful, local markets are often less competitive, and the PPC model helps you keep a regulated budget. You can bid on certain keywords like local plumber or electrician near me and create ads around those phrases. Advertising platforms will then use an algorithm to display your ads in the search engine results based on factors such as keyword relevance and website page quality. You'll only ever pay when someone actually clicks on your advert and visits your website. You can even decide which pages people are sent to. It's actually possible to set your campaign up to run on certain days at certain times within a chosen area, which means only the right people are going to see your ads. If your advertising budget is below a few hundred a month, then it makes sense to have a go at this yourself. And Google, for example, has a product called AdWords Express, which is fairly simple to use. However, if you have a larger budget, then I would recommend looking into getting an expert involved, as there are many ways to optimize PPC adverts, and the right expert could actually save you more than they cost. Number 3 is email marketing. With over 4 billion email users in the world, email marketing is an amazing way to reach your target audience. Over 80% of small businesses say that email is their primary lead generation tool, and yet so many people dismiss it as being spammy. Email is one of the only ways that allows you to build a really personalized relationship with the customer, and then continue to nurture them well after the first purchase. You can choose to send them regular newsletters, or better still, send them what's called a drip campaign, based around actions they have or haven't taken. To be successful with email marketing, make sure that you 1. Segment your mailing list by demographics, product or activity. 2. Use a good CRM system to automate sending emails at the right time. And number 3, work on developing subject lines that increase open rates. Number 4 on the list is social media. If you're looking to reach a larger audience and engage with customers regularly, social media is a small business must-have. While it may not be the biggest driver of immediate sales growth, it can help to generate awareness of your business, keep relationships warm, and deliver a consistent supply of leads over a longer period. On average, social media users spend around 3 hours every day on the main platforms. And while it may seem necessary to get yourself on all of them, it can be very overwhelming. It's usually best to pick the network that your target audience are most likely to use and focus your attention there first. To understand how you use each platform, just remember that Facebook is used to post entertaining images, status updates, and case studies, while Twitter is used to share news and respond in real time to inquiries like a customer service tool. Pinterest is a very visual network, best for pictures and infographics, while YouTube is a video network, great for telling stories about your business and your customers. And then there's Instagram, which is best for high-resolution images that showcase your products or services. Number 5 on the list is content marketing. Content marketing should be right at the centre of every marketing strategy, no matter what the size of your business. Your content should always be aiming to educate the reader in a language that they understand and add value to your target audience. Make sure you speak their language. It's important to remember that content marketing is a long-term strategy. It takes time to build up a presence and get in front of your customers and search engines. But when you start to see traction, the results stick around for much longer than they took to achieve and help to develop long-term connections with an audience. A content strategy should be planned well in advance to ensure that you don't lose momentum by struggling to come up with subjects to talk about. And you also need to make sure that you cover a wide range of formats. The most popular are blog posts, infographics, videos and podcasts. One of the biggest benefits of content marketing is that if you get the quality right, people will naturally find you when looking for answers to questions. And the better your content, the deeper and more detailed you go into your subject matter, the longer those new relationships will last. Also, if you make sure you're looking to answer questions about your product or service, then there's a high chance this content will be picked up by the search engines. Limited resources and small budgets don't have to mean that you can't market your business. There are lots of things you can and probably should be doing yourself. As a business grows, then it usually makes sense to start getting in outside help. But even at that point, it will be invaluable that you understand your target audience, how to connect with them, and the results you know are completely possible. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, I'd really appreciate the like to help spread the word. And if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Cheers then.